This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost UL1 backpacking tent. With a packed weight just around 2 pounds, 1 ounce, it is a truly freestanding, ultra lightweight backpacking tent that still gives a lot of interior space and livability. Let's take a look at its construction, the materials, and what makes it so special. The materials in play on the Ghost UL1 are a 20D Ripstop nylon floor, and it is a polyurethane and sill coated nylon floor, so you get waterproof performance throughout, and the seams are taped, so it ensures that waterproof floor. The mesh is a 15D polyester knit mesh, super lightweight, very breathable, maximizes airflow and ventilation throughout the entire tent. We do have one pole with this tent. It is a hubbed pole design, so it is just a single pole. It's a DAC Featherlight NSL pole, super lightweight aluminum press fit pole. Is gonna pack down really small, really be minimally weight, add minimal weight to your pack size, and it's very durable as well. The pole construction is pretty neat. You've got kind of a Y shape at the front, but it also has this extended brow portion. It really creates a vertical door on the tent here. And when you have the rain fly on, which I'll show in a minute here, it creates a dry entry vestibule. So when you're getting into the tent, there's no water entering the tent, whether that rain is falling or if it's just a little wet. It gives you kind of easy dry entry to your tent. At the back, there's another Y framing there. It really allows the foot box to open up to give you some extra space. Now, if you look here, I've got the rain fly off. You do see a little bit of a sag in the sides of the tent. There are clips on the sides of the tent that when the rain fly is attached, there will be additional points on that rain fly that'll allow that tent body to really open up to give maximum interior space. If you're pitching this tent without the rain fly on there, you can certainly add an accessory guy line if you have it to those points to really draw out the body. But when the rain fly is integrated, it draws that tent out by itself. So really smart design here, adds a lot of space, easy to use tent. The floor of this tent is 81 inches by 35 inches at the widest point, so it is a long tent. It can certainly fit some taller backpackers or longer length sleeping pads. It does taper down toward the foot box, so consider that when looking into this tent. And like I said, it's 35 inches at the widest point at the front end. So it is pretty wide. It gives you a lot of room around the shoulders and the head region. The peak height is about 33.5 inches, so you can certainly sit up inside the tent to change, play cards, check your maps, or do anything like that. You do get a vestibule when the rain fly is attached. It's about 4 square feet, so for a single backpacker, that's plenty of space to add muddy boots or a backpack just to store it on the outside of the tent. Overall, it's about 16 square feet of area, so really sizable for the weight and packed size of this tent. A few other things to mention about the tent body. It does have a small D-shaped door here. The zipper is ultra lightweight, it's very small, and it does have jingle-free zipper pulls, so if you have this tent set up in windier conditions, that jingle won't wake you up during the night. There is a pocket on the inside of the tent for some additional storage, and a neat feature about that door as well, it can roll back. There's a hook and loop tab down here that you can just open that up and let it stay open without it just falling aside. So you can get even more ventilation, dump some heat from the inside of the tent. I'm gonna put the rain fly on now and set that up and show you some of the features about the fly of the Ghost UL1. The rain fly is constructed with ultralight ripstop materials, just like the tent floor and the body. It's fully seam taped, so you get confident waterproof protection all along the seams, and they are reinforced with double stitching, so it's durable as well. Waterproof coatings enhance that even further, and it's definitely got a DWR finish there to shed all of that rain. As I mentioned, that dry fly, or that dry entry vestibule rather, is a really neat design for the Ghost UL1. We've got kind of a zipper that sits off the tent body a little bit and gives you ample vestibule space, as I mentioned, and that will protect the door of the tent and allow that entry point to stay dry even when it's raining. Toward the back of the tent, toward the foot section, Mountain Hardwear eliminates any unnecessary fabric, so you can see that kind of tapers away, it cuts away, so it really helps to reduce that weight to bring the tent down to that really lightweight packed size and weight. Also, those clips that I mentioned, you can see they draw out the sides, and that really helps to expand the interior livable space of the tent. On each corner of the tent, there is a small tensioner. So when you have it staked out, and if you need it to be a slightly more tight pitch, you can easily pull on those tensioners to get that. There are additional guy out points on the tent, and they do have little reflective hits on them as well. So if needed, you can guy this tent out in slightly less than ideal conditions. Make sure that it's structured and stable. The door has jingle-free zipper pulls, and it can be rolled back and looped away with this tab here to make sure it stays open for optimum airflow and overall breathability. So again, just a smart, convenient feature on the door of the tent. Overall, super lightweight, very packable, with enough space for a single backpacker and his or her gear. It's the Mountain Hardwear Ghost UL1 backpacking tent.